Mikey. What's up guys, DJ Corn here. Today we're talking about how to instantly improve your iPhone photography. This one you've probably already heard of, controlling your brightness. You tap the screen, the little indicator pops up, you slide it up, you slide it down, it increases or decreases the brightness of your image. But sometimes when tapping it, you don't always get the brightness you want, so you can manually increase it or decrease it and get the correct exposure. That's the other one. Ooh, you can't see the phone here. This is my cheat sheet. So focus is key in a lot of your photos. And getting the correct focus is sometimes kind of hard, especially on an iPhone. The way I do it, especially when I want a tight focus, like I want to focus on just a little blade of grass and I want everything else to be blurred, I'll take my hand and then I will just set it right here and then I'll focus in on that really close and then I will lock the focus by pushing and holding until it has locked. You'll see it says locked across the top. So then I can just zoom in. I don't zoom in. I can just move my phone closer to the object till it becomes clear and then take a photo and everything is nice, smooth, blurry in the background, just how you like it. And that's how I get my really close-up shots with a blurred background. I find it's really handy, really easy, and not that complicated to do. Now this one I'm sure you've done. If you haven't, then you just bought an iPhone or all you do is text or something. I don't know. Anyway, this is called burst, and basically if you want to take a picture of something fast, you push and hold the camera button and it'll take a lot of photos. I think it stops at 1,000. I did it one time. Yeah, I think it takes up to 1,000 photos is the max you can hold. Fun fact there. But you can push and hold it and it will take a burst of photos, and then what you can do is to go through and select all the ones you actually like. It'll just delete all the rest of them if you select that feature. And this is really handy, especially when something's moving fast or someone's running across or jumping, or those amazing jump shots everyone likes to do. They jump up and you take a photo. Well, this way you can just do a burst and then go through and select the one you want, and you can get a clear image that way. Now this one I like to do a lot. Long exposure is always really cool. So the way you do a long exposure on an iPhone is you take a live photo. So basically it has like a few seconds of an actual, I don't know what they call it. They just call it live photo basically. Then you slide the picture up and you select long exposure. Now the problem with this is it will make everything blurred in the photo. So what you have to do is, if you want to get those cool light trails and stuff like that, you have to select where you want to take your picture, push and hold the screen so you lock it, and then take the brightness almost all the way down so you can just see the lights. So when you take your photo, it will have just those light trails and it won't get everything else in it. This is another important tip. You need to put it on a tripod, otherwise you'll see your light trails go like this, or it just won't look right. Put it on a tripod and it'll be a lot better. There are free apps that are better at long exposure, but if you don't want to use another app or you just want to use straight from the iPhone camera, then this is a great alternative to do that.
Okay, so quick update. I was just out here taking some long exposure shots with live photo, and the problem with it is that it takes it like frame by frame. So if you want to get a vehicle moving fast and have all the light trails, it doesn't work very well for that. It's just kind of all choppy. It works better with water reflections, get all the reflections nice and smooth across the water. But if you're going to take light trails, you need to do it from a distance where everything's moving really slow. So that's just the downside of it. But it still works in a lot of different situations.
So you got that awesome shot, it looks great, it's really clear, but the color is just not right. Like the sky is a little grayer than it was when you took the photo, or the water is just not blue enough, or you see it in real life, those colors are so vivid and everything, but when you take the photo it's just it didn't get it like I wanted to. It's It's not gonna work. So what you can do is, built into the settings on your iPhone, you can go to edit and color correct your photos. And you got tons of settings in here. I don't know how many there are. So they broke it down into 3 main categories. So you have your light, your color, and your black and white. I never used black and white really, I've only used it once, but it's there in case you want it. So under the light section, you have brilliance, exposure, highlights, shadows, brightness, contrast, and black point. So the 3 I use most in this section are highlights, shadows, and contrast. Those are the 3 that I find myself using the most. The other ones are handy, and I do use them from time to time, but it's not as often as the other 3. Under the color section, you have saturation, contrast, and cast. Saturation is the most useful when you want to get those deep, vivid, rich colors out of your photos that are just not happening when you take a photo raw. Saturation and cast come in very handy because saturation brings out all the color, and then cast basically gives a tone to your image. So say if it's a sunset, you want to bring that up because then it gives it a more warm look. If it's water or the ocean, you want to go down because it gives it more of a blue look. So that comes in very handy on a lot of situations. That's it for me. If you guys like this video, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, then don't, you know? Anyway, I will see you next time.